Guys, this is about the time where I will be giving you the introduction to the video. As you can see in the video, we are standing in Berlin Tegel Airport. We had a very pleasant flight here from Oslo, and it was into Germany, our first European country of the trip. Unfortunately, I had some issues with my microphone, but the original video recording sound will come back at around the 12-minute mark. It is unfortunate. I did discover that the microphone had ever so slightly jumped out of place. But basically what is going on here is that I'm chatting away about Berlin Tegel and about where we have decided to go, which was to Amsterdam Schiphol, which this video will be all about. Now the flight to Amsterdam was supposed to take about 1 hour, and does take about 1 hour, sorry. And during that flight we are going to, as we have started on, go through some information about the country we are going to. So we will have some information about the Netherlands and Schipol Airport, and hopefully also we will have some ATC. Now at this point of time there was no ATC available in Berlin, unfortunately, but later on in the video we will get ATC as we are flying towards Schiphol, Amsterdam. A few notes about Berlin. It's a very nice city. If you haven't gone, please go. It's a lovely city, and Germans is a lovely people. So much culture and so much to do and see in Germany. And here I'm going towards the aircraft, which is parked at the terminal in a turnaround state. I did leave the aircraft standing at the gate while I had a break from a previous flight. The smoke you can see in the background is explains attempt to make some chimney smoke from a nearby power plant of some sort. And in a few seconds I actually think that my aircraft caught fire, but it was quite fine, as it will turn out. So basically what will happen is that I will go inside the aircraft, I will go through the flight plan, the fuel weights and the zero fuel weights, and we'll start setting up our computer for this next flight to Schiphol, Amsterdam. It was a medium load flight. I do believe it was around 150 passengers, and as always we will be flying with failures enabled, and so also remove flying services, and excessive G-forces will damage overspeeding and excessive G-forces, so it will damage the aircraft, and that is enabled as well. And we are of course online on the VATSIM network. We'll be flying the Scandinavian delivery Saga Viking for the entirety of this European tour project, which we have now embarked on, and we'll be using the same call sign, which is Scandinavian 511. I have not much more to tell you. Basically, now you'll see me jumping back in the cockpit in a few minutes, and I will start setting up the flight, and the sound will come back during the setup phase. I will show you a map I made about our trip, and which will show you all of the European countries. I do think it's 24, 27 countries, and we might just give some leeway to places like Scotland, and we might be going into Gibraltar as well. But basically you're not missing out on too much. We're looking around on the map for some ATC, and we're setting up, and then the sound will come back, and I will leave it to myself to talk you through the rest of the flight. So thank you for watching, and if you really need the sound of me talking, then just skip ahead some 6 minutes from now, and you should get some good audio again, and hopefully we'll have the microphone all sorted for the rest of the flights, and all should be good. So yeah. nice to have a little extra, especially going into a busy place like busy place like Schipol, where we could be delayed a little bit on approach. So and our alternate would be Brussels, I think. Yep. And we can reset this here. So set it down. There we go. Bam. And we have a zero fuel weight today of 56.8 on this leg here. So a bit lower, 56.8. So that would put us at around here. Let's just do that instead of doing much easier than sitting here doing head math. 56.8. Perfect. Now we're all done. Let's just look at our weights. Looking good. Now we can start by at least resetting this here. We can start even boarding the passengers nice and early. And we can close. There we go. So they will have to climb up because we don't have jet bridges moving here in Tegel. In the earlier videos I have explained a little bit about my own rules and how I fly. I fly with failures enabled, and so do I fly with remove surfaces when overspeeding or over G4. Yeah, I cannot speak today. If I put aircraft into excessive G-forces, I will get into problems. I can assure you, problems that will leave me on the ground. And the same thing with basically I have enabled the simulators to be as realistic as it possibly can be in order to improve the immersion. That's all I have to say about that. And we will be leaving the same airport as we arrived to. So that is all set.
Guys, the Leo's on board.
Has some flight steps here. Done. There was 2.6. So we can just assume that our FO is doing a walk around. And while he does that, we will be doing our route. So we are in Tegel. And we can put you in here and Amsterdam. And we will be Scandinavian 511. Why do I fly Scandinavian and not Ryanair like everyone else? Well, I did explain a little bit about that in the earlier video, but I found the livery, and I do normally fly the Norwegian. I found the livery and needed some new livery for the tour, and it was nice to just change things up a bit, so that's why we're flying the Scandinavian. Okay, moving on. We will depart Tegel from left this time to Berlin to November departure. Berlin to November route. Hotel Lima and Zulu. Zero Uniform Lima 980. Tango 281. To Neuku. And that will be the arrival into Amsterdam, and I checked the flight radar, and it seems like the traffic is going in on 2 runways, and one of them being site. So might get some changes if we get ATC, but we will put in 18 center for now, and we'll do the ILS. Alpha. Here we go. Route. Oh, did I spot a discontinuity? Nope, looks good. And zero fuel weight, and it was 2.6. That's wrong. 2.6, and you go there, and then you go there. Very good. So we will be looking at our cruise speeds. Top of climb will be 380. And we will insert this here as well. Two, 3,976. And 8. That is set. Outside temperature 23 degrees, you lucky Germans, you. And we will do 24K. That will do us nicely on our flaps 5 departure. Here we have our V speeds 146, which we'll insert here. There we go. Trim is 4.7 units D-step. There, should do it. And we will insert, we can do it now and then we can revisit. We will go flaps 30, 147 for now, and we will check our route. Straight ahead, not much to be said there. Might as well just line up on the runway and then engage the autopilot, and as we fly the arrival we will turn slightly north and then a sharp turn left or southbound, which will give us an approach of about 11 nautical miles, and that would be perfect. So not much to say there, quite straightforward flight. So you can get the legs, and our traffic there locked off, it seems like. Okay, so we'll go back, and one thing I do want to, just want to reconfirm the altitudes. Because it did have a step line. So we will go to flight level 280 on the Yankee 200. And we will actually we will ignore this step because looks like it's filed incorrectly, so it would give us quite a hefty ascent, and we don't really want that. We are happy with where we are here, because it wants us at 28 at Guksu. Atros. So what we can do is just to abide a bit to our flight plan. Pretend there's some reasoning behind it. I see that really messed up. So it corrected the rest to 28.0. So do this again. That should fix it. Yeah, it looks like it. So everything is okay now. Yep. So we'll just leave it as it is. I don't really know why we were given a step on such a short flight either. Anyway, moving on. Let's get some charts out. So obviously we have our airport all out. Oh, that's nice. And well, we can tune Tegel and find our departure. That was the Berlin to November departure, which is here. And trying to figure out what sort of clearance we should give ourselves. So it was to November, that means climb clearance 4,000, that's quite shallow actually. Leave it here and then we'll be quite eager to up us as soon as we get airborne. We don't really have much happening, it's just pretty much straight ahead runway heading. We have a runway heading of 258 and then we need to go to 260. Just put it in here. 260 and on to Berlin. So pretty much straight ahead. Also says a climb. Let's just zoom in so it's easier. Climb and runway track to 600, then to RV, then turn to 60. So there's just basically a 2-degree correction. Yeah. So not much to be said. Intercept Tegel radio 258. Yeah. Okay. So that's our departure. Let's just overlook our taxi briefing. What stand did we choose? Can't remember, can't see. Stand 6. We are at stand 6, so we are currently parked here, which means that we will push back facing northeast. Then we will go on to Sierra Mike, and we will follow Sierra Mike all the way down to taxiway Romeo Echo. There's a holding point there. I can't see any name on that particular holding point. Let's just check here. No. So Sierra Echo to holding point. Yeah. So we'll basically go down there. So that means that we can get our pushback sorted, at least planned. Pushback, pre-plan. Okay, here we are. So, do you see another aircraft taxiing out of the corner of my... And he's taxiing to gate. Looks like EasyJet. Coming into Tegel. We'll need to go all the way out here. Is that? Oh, yeah, that's. Maybe we should do like this, and then like so. Yeah, we can work with that. A bit long taxiing, but it's nice and smooth. So let me just find in the blindness of my VR mask find that I have a keyboard sitting on the ground here beside my rig, and I'm trying to feel the enter button here, I think.
All right, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
There's EasyJet. What did I just hit? Did I seriously... How did I manage that? Zero out... Is that even possible? Yeah, I would definitely be needing... Talk about a low pressure. Let's just see what it did to our altitude. Put us at 20,000 feet. It's obviously not correct. There we go. So it is at standard. What we can do is we can take a listen and...
Echo, Delta, Delta, Tango, Airport Information, Uniform 1620, Zulu, weather, wind 275, at 8, visibility 10,000, sky condition 6,500, scattered ceiling 5,000, broken, temperature 3, dew point 9, QNH 1017, advise on initial contact, you have information, uniform
1017.
Echo.
There we go. And we are looking at MFA rate of 1122. So we will put that in here, and actually we can do that rest without the need of the VR mouse. There we go, all set, and we got the QNH and everything, and there's EasyJet gone. Okay, so we got the charge, we have briefed our taxi, we have briefed our departure, got the fuel on board, 7 tons, we've got the passengers boarding, and so not much left to do now but to fire her up, and let's get going to Amsterdam, Holland, and say Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss. To just check. Yeah, we can do a quick rundown of. It's the right thing to do. It's looking good. It's working. 26. So we can actually pop you guys on already. And we can engage. Here we go. Okay, that's the lights. And we'll imagine that's looking good. And there's a message for me in real life. I'll check that later on. That's good. Let's reset used. Yes. Got the horn. Yep. Yep.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb.
3
climb
and
now.
0.
Climb. Climb
Set.
now. Climb. Crossing. Climb. Climb. Crossing. Climb. 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 Clear of conflict. Descend. 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 Crossing.
Go.
Descend. Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend. Descend now. Descend. Descend now. Increase. Climb. Increase. Climb.
There's our APU.
Increase descent. Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
Close the door. Prepare for departure. Let's just do our pre-flight, and before start, oxygen masks are tested, and navigation and transfer switches is auto and normal. Window heat is on. Pressurization mode selector is set to auto, and we have 38,000 feet set, and we have 38,000 feet set and checked. And heading and altimeter, I have 148, 148, 45, 12, that is checked, and aligned. Parking brake is set, and engine start is cut off. So now we can move downwards. Flight deck doors are closed and locked. Fuel, we have 7 tons, and pumps are on as required. Passenger signs are on. Windows are locked. MCP, we have V2 146, we have heading 258, and we're cleared to 4,000. Takeoff speeds, we can just review them. We have 136, 137, 146, and we have 4.7 units D-stat. Rudder and aileron trim is 3 and 0. Takeoff and taxi briefing is completed. Anti-collision lights can now come on. Okay, getting closer. Let me just get seated, and let's call up the pushback, guys.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Yeah, you don't sound very German, but I do actually think I've heard some German speaking or German accent speaking. Well, let me just check here. Oops. Okay, so while he is connecting, we can just do a check of ATC services. Swift client usually updates very fast. We still have, I can see Denmark, but no.
All right.
Germany
Looks like
or
the doors
Europe.
and hatches are closed, and we're ready to connect.
That sounds fabulous. So we're basically just ready to go. So there's no need sitting here talking. What we can do while we're waiting, just to do something, is to grab Amsterdam and get the frequency for Amsterdam tuned, and also get the altitude quite quickly. So yeah, it's 0. Netherlands are basically reclaimed land from the ocean, hence all the canals and dams. So we can just, oops.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, I will. So we have Schipol at 184. Just put it in. There we go.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Will do, will do. Starting 1 and 2 in sequence. Sorry, 2 and 1 in sequence. There we go. We can get some probe heat on. Hopefully there are no, I don't see any. Quite a lot of traffic all of a sudden. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I do think I have heard or seen somewhere that these jet bridges should be moving. Maybe I did something wrong. I had to, I don't know. Maybe that was the error I got on approach, where I got the scenery error, but yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll never find out. And we can put some fuel in. While we're talking, we're forgetting everything about what we really should be focusing on. We should be clinging on to this one and watching EGT closely. It's quite warm actually. So, starting number 1. What we will be watching out for is the traffic once we're leaving. Maybe we'll have a look at the online map before we go. Oh, we can put some fuel in number 1. There we go. Start a cutout. And it's stabilizing nicely. Should go below 300 or thereabout, but we are a bit warm after our last flight, so it is quite normal, yeah. Okay, so what we will do is that we will put you on the bus. Generators, turn on the APU, turn off, sorry. And I do want...
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Set parking brake.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Pop some light in your FOs as well. There we go. So while we are waiting for him, we can continue here. Full forward, full back, full left center, and right center. Right and full left rudder, looking good. So we can blank this, and we can pop on flaps 5, set RTO, and we can check our before taxi checklist. Generators on and propede is on.
And we're disconnected.
NCI
Signal and pin on the right.
off,
Take it easy and have a safe
auto,
flight.
thank you, and auf Wiedersehen. Engine start switches, continuous, recall is checked, auto brake RTO, engine start levers are idle detent, flight controls checked, and ground equipment is clearing now. And there we have the signaling pin there. Tschüss! Auf Wiedersehen. Pop you on, and this one as well. And we can take the weather radar and the terrain. Not that we will need much of that for this flight. And we can just run a sweep here. I want it to be at 10, that's correct. Set, 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 and you are set as well. Clear on the left, and clear on the right as well. And I cannot see any lights yet, but we will monitor it closely. So here we go on Sierra Mike. Wind is still looking favorable for this particular takeoff. That is always good. And we can commence our second leg of our European Union, that's very important, European Union member states tour. We are landing in one state and one time only, so I cannot go on to Frankfurt or Stuttgart or wherever. Now we have done and dusted Germany. Was very nice to be here for 1 hour and 25 minutes, but now we must get onwards. We have a lot of countries to cover, and we will review it and hopefully in flight. I have a lot to cover on this particular leg, and I have a very short time to do it in. So we need to get informed about where we're going, about the airport, about the Netherlands, learn a little bit. That's a goal for this tour, learn a little bit, not much, but just a little bit about each country. Now we did learn that Germany has around, 88 million inhabitants. We did hear a little piece of the German national anthem, Deutschland über alles, which means Germany overall. I think it's correctly translated, I don't know. So we'll continue to share a mic here. There's actually a hidden taxiway going around the terminal area here. So we will have to do a little learning, and we have to do that before we start our approach, especially into one of the most busy airports in Europe, Amsterdam Schiphol. And we will be crossing, I think, over some, if not the most, then the second most busy area in Europe. I think actually in the simulator, I think the areas above London is the most busy. So we'll just cross straight into this here holding point, banging straight through. Don't really care. We're about to go to the Netherlands, so. And then we'll hopefully have time to look at the map and the route and do some more discussion. We were talking about going onwards to the British Isles after the Netherlands. And now that we have the map, we have a bit more information to go on, and hopefully do some better planning. Yep. So you can go here. And I will just slow her down right here. Let's see. Yeah, we can just move on to our departure map. Not much. So before I go out, I just want to make sure that I don't really annoy somebody. So we will just have a quick look at the VATSIM online map to make sure that we don't have any traffic on the way. Nope, does really look small map, but doesn't it look clear to you? I don't think it actually does look quite. We have Poland online here, and we do actually get, yeah, we are going to get some coverage here. I think we're just going to sniff this. Still no EHAM online, but definitely clear on final here, and that's what we are looking for. So we'll just close this here down for now, and we will and we will reset you. So we are slowly rolling out for departure. So let's.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you. Pop this on. TRE. So while we are turning and trying not to. Before takeoff, flaps 5, green lights, stabilizer trim 4.72 units D-step, and transponder set to TRE. Before takeoff checklist is completed.
Approaching 26 left.
And short final is clear. And so is the rest of the airport. So we're looking for 258. And there's a lovely nuclear power plant.
On runway 26 left.
So 258, 2.56. So yeah, so we do actually have that's good enough. So let's start the timer, and let's just bump the engines to. There we go. Set takeoff thrusts, and let's go. Auf Wiedersehen, Deutschland. Ich will zurückkommen. Or something like that, I don't know.
80 knots. D1 rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
And gear up. There we go, there's the turn.
1,000.
To 260. So we'll do that nice and slowly. There's the power plant. And the rest of Berlin. We can go to Whoop. And flaps 1. Nav. And Command A. And we'll clean up the takeoff. And there's our clearance missing. I'll just pop something random in there. Actually, I'll just pop us straight up to 38. There we go. So, after takeoff checklist, engine bleeds are on, packs auto landing gear up and off, and flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist completed, we can expand our horizon a bit here. Set standard. And look back on Schöne Berlin. As we are getting underneath the clouds here, still plus 20. And we can release the cabin crew. Ping them. A little bit messy takeoff. A takeoff that really should be easy, but it's just all of the things going on at once, and yeah, have a lot going on. So, but we managed. We did quite well. We didn't stay exactly on the flight direct, but we did go to the desired direction and then tied it up. I don't really understand why they have. Maybe it's because of the second runway. I'm not quite sure. Just to catch brown. It would be easier to just move around a few degrees, but yeah, that's how it is. So we are well on our way and coming up to 10, and we are above the first layer of clouds now. And we can expand a bit more. There's 10. Looking good. Monitoring the engines. They are a bit warmer now after the first leg, but they will be just fine. And we have tuned Amsterdam Schipol here. And a very nice evening to be climbing out of Berlin. Was afraid that we would have clouds for most of the northern Europe too, but do get some nice view of the German countryside. So, but no turning around Germany, no turning around Berlin. So if we had the opposite direction takeoff, we would have maybe had some better views. But we did get some nice views coming in. In this sim, the view is when I have turned down the world objects the way I have. I think if they are at medium, you will have to get quite close to the town or quite high above it for it to look really nice. But do get good suburban view here. Don't know where that is exactly. We can shut you down here, and here, and then we can begin to worry about Schipol. And we can. So that's where we are now, and we'll basically be going over here. Then we'll be turning slightly north, coming into Amsterdam, and we will expect some. We'll just wait till she's done speaking, and then we'll release the cabin. so I think it's wise to get as much ready as possible. So start with our arrival. So it's the Noikutu Alpha arrival. That's here. It's the second cloud layer, 3, but nothing to worry about icing wise. Very nice day to be flying over Germany. Really is beautiful to fly here. Don't get me wrong, the mountains at home in Norway and the Alps and so on, that's also beautiful, but I don't know, flat countryside and towns and fields, and it looks nice as well. It has its own charm, I think. So it's very wunderbar, I think. Okay, so basically here we have our arrival chart. And we'll do approach, that's ILS for 18 center here. And then we will find a map of the maze that is Schipol Airport. So easy to get lost there, and everybody does it in the sim, in the real life, everywhere people get lost at Schipol. It is just unavoidable. So when you don't have ATC in Schipol, it's still hard because you have so many choices. So we will hopefully, if not instructed otherwise, come in on 18 center. Then we will vacate at the Whiskey 6 or 7. Hopefully this time we missed it completely. We had a plan and then we went off the complete. And Escobar is on his way to Schipol, catching a transatlantic flight to Colombia, while we are getting some error messages from Hamburg, but that's quite normal, and the Hamburg scenery is quite nice, I can assure you, even with those messages. And so are the views and the clouds today. I do think it's I really love the sim here. It's really nice. Hard to focus, so we are climbing nicely. Passing 220. I think it's looking good. Okay, so we will exit somewhere around here and end up on taxiway Bravo, most likely. Maybe actually if we go on Whiskey 6 we'll get out here somewhere, Alpha 21 or something, Alpha. So we will most likely either get taxied this way down around, or even more likely we will be sent on the Alpha routes around here. But we will definitely be needing our scratch pads, and let's see, parking stands. Go parking stands, Alpha and Bravo, and we have Bravo and Alpha. So we will need our scratch pad, no doubt. So what I will do now is get my Move VR desktop back out. There we go, and we'll do all sorts of things. We will first of all be monitoring. That's Poland online, not Germany. But really nice to thank you, Polish guys, for I hope you will be providing ATC once I get there. Of course, Sweden is active as always. Bergen has been on for a long time. Denmark is on, and we got ATC here in the western part of Germany. And I do think we have ATC tower in Amsterdam ready, so he will no doubt be busy. I think there's a lot of people sitting there just waiting for him to go online. But that means that we will be given some sort of vectoring, no doubt. And we'll need to be on our toes. So, what should we do first? We should get our minimums sorted while we have it up. So I'll just do that like this. Do it like this, and then there's the VR. 88, so we will just burn it down to 188. Everything we can do to minimize the workload is much appreciated. There we go. And we can stow you, and we can even stow you, and we can try and just get an indication. Now windy is, as I have mentioned probably before, so accurate that the meta you get here is the meta that you will get from controllers, no doubt. So we will have QNH 1016. If anything, the controllers are a bit slower, but that rarely happens. 016 set there, not much of a difference. There we go. You can do this, and I can do... Oh, I need to do it again, because then I can get the full map. Ah, I keep doing that. I'll need one more time. Here we go. So we do have wind from 240, and let's look at... We will be coming in from 183. Yeah, so we might actually... There's a risk that they will change the runway to runway 27 or 22. That can happen. So what we might do is actually just find the approach charge for those runways. It's really... could be really anything with this wind. And we do have would end up with not having to deal with a little bit of crosswind, 15 knots. So nothing serious, you just need to be aware of it. And there's the German Autobahn, Germany, passing below us quite nicely. We'll have the Sumo. This is Auto for XP Sumo level 17, by the way, with the HD mess from Alpilot. Okay, so yeah, let's see here. Have a look. Update you. We can also pop you down here. And for it's centered. Okay. Actually got some winds here. And then accommodate for the 1 degree discrepancy. And we need to be very aware, because with this wind they could be changing it very, very easily to 27 or 22. So what we will do is actually get out
Traffic.
No.
Clear of conflict.
Do have a guy down there, but we have nothing clear. Nothing close to us. So we will get the ILS for both runway 22 and 27. Let's do the ILS for 27 and the ILS for 22. Just have it ready and handy. And we will of course need to have our trusty scratch pad ready as well. So here we are closing on top of climb. Let's see if we can spot us on the map. We have a Ryanair out there. flight level same as us actually, and he is heading to Great Britain. So might not be an issue. We'll just need to really keep a close eye on him. He is closing in. He's at 40 miles now. I think we're a bit faster than him. Actually, I don't think, because we are still climbing. So we'll have to monitor that, and we have some traffic here. As I mentioned, we are in a quite a high traffic area. I just need to look at the route. We might be asked to contact, but I will get the frequency for no. Tino calling it. It's 119.2.22. So
1,000 to go.
almost at cruise. Did we? Yeah, we didn't even release our passengers. So that is set, and I bet that is this guy here. 35 German control 3555. Yeah, 3556. Six five, sorry. Germany control, Scandinavian 511 at flight level 380 inbound Atros.
Scandinavian 511, Lang radar, good evening, identified. Proceed direct north of Cool.
Langen radar director Neuku, Scandinavian 155. Okay, so he didn't actually give us a call sign. Oh, sorry, a squawk. So and of course we would need to descend at yeah. Sorry guys, I just want to check something here. Yeah, so basically we lost our didn't recalculate top of descent. So we will have to keep an eye on that for sure. So yeah, what was it? We have EHAM already inserted there. We'll check our client later on for any ATIS, and around 135 track miles we will commence our descent, which will be basically hasn't inserted. Just so there's traffic below us, way below us, and we have traffic at our present altitude. That's the guy passing below us. Okay, so we will do auto brake 2 in Amsterdam. Try to look out the window as well, so you don't look at me messing around with the instruments. Auto brake 2. Is that a channel? Yeah. And we are open to suggestions because anything can happen in Schipol. It's also in Vatsum. It's a very busy airport. It's not where you go if you want a chilled and relaxed flight. I can tell you that much. There's a lot going on, a lot of people on the channel, and the problem here is obviously, as always, the sound quality. It really depends on how good the sound quality is. We did not get a squawk for some reason. And he did, Langen Radar did contact us a bit far out. Maybe it was because he did see some issues, I don't know. Maybe he will get back to us, maybe not. We will tune the ILS for runway 18 center just to be prepared. Just checking, 18 center, we have 109.5. Now if we get a change last minute, I obviously will not have the capacity, I think, to do that much change. So a few hills here. The capacity to mess around with the VR mouse and in and out of windows, and then we'll focus on getting stable, and we will disregard the resetting the minimums. There shouldn't be that much of a discrepancy on the various. We can just take a look now. Oops. 186. 188. Yeah, so not much of a discrepancy there really. But nonetheless, we have Schipol tuned. We can tune Schipol here as well. And we'll leave that there. Okay. So now we are quite busy, so we have to hurry up with the geography for today. The Netherlands, let's start with the short. The Netherlands, a country in northwestern Europe, is known for flat landscape and canals. The beautiful tulip fields, I added the beautiful, windmills and cycling roads. Amsterdam is the capital. The capital is home to the Rijksmuseum, where you can find Van de Gogh, painters and others, and the house where the Jewish diarist Anne Frank hid during World War II. Canal-side mansions and trove of works from artists including Rembrandt and Vermeer remain from the city's 17th century golden age. Dialing code if you want to call anyone. Capital Amsterdam, about 17 million people. And this was the flight time from where I live in Norway, so disregard that. We can have a look at Schipol. Now Schipol is let's have the logo here. Very big airport. Don't even want to know how many passengers pass through. A lot of the history here. You can go online and read. It's really interesting, actually. So aircraft movements, 500,000 aircraft in 1 year. That's just insane. I don't even want to calculate that on a daily basis. And 71 million passengers passing through, and it's rising. So that's also quite interesting. How come I can scroll like this? So basically, it's a big airport. It's a busy airport and a lot of stuff going on. It's a European hub. Here it is, 16th busiest for cargo tonnage, and it has 63 million passengers in 2016. The main competitors in passenger traffic and cargo output are Heathrow, Frankfurt, Charles de Gaulle, Istanbul and Madrid. So it's a really big airport. And last but not least, as if we can get it to work, it hasn't frozen up on us, which I do not hope, because I really need you to work right now. Oh, by the way, I really need to monitor this here. Yeah, it has, looks like it has died on me. Let's see if we can't reset it without going out of VR, because I really need to be on my toes now with everything that's going on. But you don't head into Europe on a tour without lots of challenges, and I promise you this will not be a challenge compared to what we will face. No, it has, darn it. It has frozen up completely again. So I will just need to be very quick to, while we have some.
Scandinavian 511, when you're ready, descend to reach flight level 260 at North.
When ready, descend to reach flight level 260 at Norku, Scandinavian 155. So we'll just pop that in here. So we must reach 260 at Norku. And to Norku we have a 76, 75. So that is dun dun dun. So at about 25 I will begin slowly descending. So that gives me time to try and fix the windows. Just a second. Okay. So we will monitor our distance to Norco quite closely, because we need to lose 12,000 feet, and 12,000 feet times 3, that is 12 times 3 gives you 26, 24, 36. So when we reach 36 we will start our descent. Yeah, but the most important thing is here, the national anthem of the Netherlands. So there it was, the Netherlands. Boom. Let's get you up. Still no change to latency. So we need to monitor our descent, right? So we need to be at 26 at Norku in 8 minutes. That's so very soon we will start our descent in about 2 minutes, and we'll go 2,500 feet on vertical speed. That's how we're going to do that. By below us. Over Osnabrücke, it's called. But I hope that you learned something about the Netherlands. If not, then I did. And it's always good to learn about the world around you. It's very, very important. It widens your horizon and your understanding and your acceptance of things, I think. And that's one of the reasons why I'm sharing this with you, this journey. Some poet once said, the best experiences are the ones that you share with someone. So, we will initiate our descent. We have about 40, so let's just make it even Steven here. Just a little while yet. Just a little more. He will most likely let us go around here, so sun is setting. You see the colors in the landscape, so nice day flying to. Sorry, but there will be no cabin views today. I simply need to focus on getting us down and doing it as correctly as possible without making too many controllers angry. So we do have traffic besides us. That's the Ryanair for England. He's about, I don't know, 15 miles out. I don't know if you can see him at our current flight level, but we will leave his flight level shortly. So we can just descend now, execute, and enable vertical speed, and go 2.5. There we go. And that should give us a good chance to reach Norku at flight level 260. Still don't understand why he didn't give us a squawk, but nonetheless that's just fine. What I am really anxious about is the Amsterdam control, what they will throw at us. Let's just see if we can get some. Should be getting some frequencies like EHAM 80s at 3.2. Let's just mess this up a bit so it doesn't. 3.2.97.
View 2006 100 feet, temperature 1, 9, dew point 1, 3 QNH 1016 hectopascal. No significant change. End of information. Bravo. This is Schipol information. Bravo. Main landing runway 18 right. Main takeoff runway 24. Transition level 40250 degrees 16 knots. Variable between 220 and 280 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers. View 2,600 feet. Temperature 19. Dew point 13 QNH 1016 hectopascal.
That's what it happened. She has 18 right.
Schipol information. Bravo. Runway 24, transition level 40250 degrees 16 knots. Variable between 220 and 280 degrees. Kilometers. View 2006.
Yeah, so
Scandinavian 511, no further ATC, monitor Unicom 122, decimal 8, bye.
will comply and thank you for service, Scandinavian 155. So he just wants us to go to Unicom. That gives us a chance to peek listen to Schipol. And to just slow down our descent a little bit here. So basically that puts us bit level until Robis. So we will comply with the 26,000 feet, and let's just Eham. Did he sign off? No, he is online on the map. So I only see the 80s. Am I completely blind here? Maybe I should just update Schipol. Maybe the control just locked on, saw all the departures waiting for him. There's no way. I am not playing this game. So, see, zoom in. Really like this Vatsen map here. Still, so actually, what I'm getting is
1,000 to go.
we have a ton of frequencies. For Schipol, and for some reason it's just not picking them up. That's the deal. Yeah. So here we're turning, and we can pop you up. And we can definitely start to slow down. There's a bit of work overload going on here right now, so we could go down to try to clear ourselves to 200. See what WeNav says about that. So basically we have no further ATC service. We're just at the edge of his area. I don't really know why he handed us over Unicom that early. Maybe workload, I don't know. So Eham frequency should be coming up here. Yeah, so we definitely have a lot going on in the ham. See if we can do this. So here we have some frequencies. We have tower and ground. So we have 119.22, 119.22. It's quite silent, mysteriously silent. And we have the ground, which we can punch in as soon as we. And we're descending nicely. So we will. One 119.22. Yeah, I can't really get any closer than that.
One 6 north. Or between 220 and 280 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers. View 2,600 feet. Temperature 19. Dew point 13 QNH 1016 hectopascal. No significant change. End of information. Bravo. This is Schipol.
Information Bravo, and we'll do. Sorry guys, I know I'm missing a lot of stuff here, but oh, there we go. Just making sure it didn't bug up anyone here. Nope, it's good. Okay, so we are low on profile because of the descent that the descent we did earlier, so that's fine. And we'll let WeNav handle some of our workload while we are approaching Schipol. So there we go. So I should be contacting Schipol Tower shortly. I do not know why it does not. Normally Swift client is very quick to update the clients for you, but for some reason it did not give us these frequencies. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. But we are most definitely closing in on our destination here. Yeah, we are already well within the. So what I'll do, I'll clear us to flight level 150, and I think we will contact them very shortly. He has not pinged me, and we are not within. We are still a bit high and a bit far out from him, I think. So, yeah. Should be about 68. We are nicely on profile now, so now that are out of the way. So I think we'll contact him early. Schipol Tower, very good evening. Oh. Let's just listen and then hope we didn't transmit some garbage on Unicom. Schipol Tower, a very good evening. Scandinavian 511, passing flight level 200, inbound Oscar. We are flying there for arrival and are expecting runway 18 center.
Scandinavian 511, hello. Information Alpha, question information Bravo is current with arrival runway 18 right. Check the status and contact me when you're established on the ILS.
Will comply, Scandinavian 511. Okay, so he wants us to do the right, so that's what we are going to do right now. So we will go here. ILS, there we go. That is updated and executed. It's the same runway heading, and we will check the it's a bit fast now, yeah, I agree with that. We'll just clear that.
View 2,600 feet. Temperature 19, dew point 13 QNH 1016 hectopascal. No significant change. End of information. Bravo. This is Schipol information. Bravo.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to, so we'll go to 100. And he just basically wants us to, so what we'll do is we will remove you, and here we are at oh come on, not now. Woohoo! Banging into Schipol. Turn 1. So I don't know why that tracking is acting up now. There we go. All set. Weather. So we should be slowing down quite shortly. So we can remove you. And we have some clouds here. Let's just check the TAT. Yeah, so we're definitely going to go anti-ice here. Okay. So we have 218. Oh, that's a good thing I spotted that.
KLM 0049, runway 18 right, Netherlands. Wind is 250 degrees, 16 knots.
1,000 to go.
So we'll pop you on, and we will get the text in case. Okay, so we are now below the clouds. Sorry guys for the fast pace. Tap up 10. It's checked. No clouds. We can pop the engine anti-ice off. We can turn you on, and we can prepare the cabin crew for landing. And we will clear ourselves even further down. So he was not interested in really vector us in. So, but we have information Bravo. Yep. That is set, so check you. Landing altitude, and we will just revisit shortly our approach. Uh, 144, so we'll land at 149. are a bit low now. That's because the approach changed. So what worries me is that we have, let's see, yeah. Just to make it clear what I heard lastly. So here are the lovely Netherlands. It's a beautiful country of its own, and I've been there many times. So really like it. Out here we have Schipol, and it's a lovely day of flying. Really like the Netherlands, especially the cities and people. That's great. Okay, so we have 149 as our approach speed. It's 144 plus 5, of course, flaps 30. We have a landing altitude set, recall is checked. We have our RTU set. Let's just try to keep up to speed with our headings here if we can. And then quickly do a descent checklist. Pressurization is set, and record check, auto brake is set to 2.
049, contact ground van 1
and approach briefing is completed. So we'll definitely go to 19 right, which is up here, not to be confused with our chart. So we'll stow that now and focus on our approach. We have 183, that's corrected with 182 for the X-plane. 110.1, expecting information from, so climb to 2000. Okay, so missed approach and expecting some further instruction, but we will turn right. On set. And good thing we don't have that stuff in our way. Or we can zoom in a little, and we will need to slow down soon enough. So what we can do is just buy ourselves a little bit of time. Pop out flaps 1 nice and early. And approach into Schipol here. Lovely evening. And I did not hear the transition is set to 3000. We are a bit, so we'll just keep it for now at standard. And at our next waypoint we should be at 2000 and stay at 2000 for our approach. He is at 2000.
1,000 to go.
So we will just continue on our way down without any clearances, and we'll need to watch the speed. Good thing I kept an eye on that. Came very close actually to not being.
First runway is 852, requesting clearance for land, 18 right. So with 852 runway 18 right, clear to land, wind 250 degrees, 16 knots. Clear to land, speed by 852.
Cabin crew, please be seated for landing, please, because we are in panic out here. But you don't know, but we are panicking. Okay, so all looking good. Let's set local QNH.
This is Schipol information.
Bravo still current.
Main landing runway 18 right. Main takeoff runway 24. Transition level 402.
Yeah, so we transitioned just a bit. But that's okay. We are almost there. So what we'll do is that we'll pop it all the way down to 2, because that's where we are headed. And we are nicely on profile, and we must expect some windy conditions. Looks like crosswind landing.
Change. End of information. Bravo. This is Schipol information. Bravo. Main landing runway 18 right. Main takeoff runway 24. Transition level 40. 250 degrees 16 knots. Variable between 220.
Yeah, so 16 knots, and I won't be able to reach. I don't think I will be able to get the minimums down where it should be, because of the VR mouse thing and the SIBA mod being slow at just this particular point. So it will be a sharp turn. So now we will slow this way down. Go to flaps 5. Here. No, that I did wrong. Brake first, then flaps, okay? Don't do what I do. Okay. So we will go way down now by ourselves even more time. Go flaps then.
1,000 to go.
Go even further, and we will configure gear down already now. Flaps 15. Oh, here we go. I know it's a bit panicky right now, but
2,500.
Schipol Tower, Scandinavian 511. We are established on ILS approach for runway 18 right.
Scandinavian 511, runway 18 right, clear to land, wind 250 degrees, 16 knots.
16 knots. Clear to land, 18 right, Scandinavian 511.
Speedbird day 52, contact ground 1.8.
1.8 is tuned.
121.8, Speedbird 52, have it.
Will be one long taxi instruction, tell you that. So we'll just focus on getting her down now. So we'll configure flaps 30. We're clear to land. Go there. And we will need. So, landing checklist, engine start which is continuous, speed brake is armed, landing it down, and flaps 30, green lights, clear to land, cabin is secure. And expecting taxi instructions from hell, especially from 18 right. It's the farthest away from everything. So real fresh wind. You're gonna actually see it how skewed we are. Runway is clear to land.
1,000.
But a nice approach and a
1,000
nice
feet
evening.
stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Okay, so we'll just wait a little while more. Little more. Very easy for us to get pushed off by the second we so
Approaching 18 right.
so I have controls. high. There was a gust of wind there. Didn't know if you noticed that. Sort of lifted the nose a little bit. So now you see that
400.
we have to really fight.
300. Approaching minimum. 200. Minimum. 100.
And expecting the wind to push us off the runway as well. So getting ready with the rudders.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Long landing, 9,000 feet remaining.
Yeah, there's the wind. Almost full rudder now. Manual braking, auto brake disconnect, and disconnect. Cancel reverses, and we will take exit Victor 1, I think it was. Oh, really have to be awake on the rudder here. And now we'll get information to contact. There we go, can clean her up. And prepare for writing an essay.
Scandinavian 511, contact ground 1.8, bye.
1.8, bye bye. Schipol ground, Scandinavian 511, currently holding at holding point Victor 1.
Scandinavian 501 taxi to gate Charlie 6 via Quebec at Whiskey 5 cross runway 18 center.
Taxi gate Charlie 6 via Quebec at 55 cross runway 23, Scandinavian 511. Hope that was correct. No. Actually told us.
Scandinavian 511 at Whiskey 5 cross runway 18 center.
Correction, runway 18 center, Scandinavian 511. Of course it was 18 center, you idiot. You're planning on landing on it. Okay, so I think we got all. Now the thing that I dread, and I'm sure that most of you dread, are large airports. Not large airports, but the taxi directions after landing. They can be so. Don't really know why he didn't. What we'll need to find now is, so what we'll do is we'll do a slow crawl while we, so basically he wants us to go to Charlie 6, and Charlie 6 is, so this is when it's good to be two people, one driving and T Charlie P. So what he wants us to do, driving like I'm to do at Whiskey 5. Say Whiskey 5, there's nothing Quebec 5 so it must be Whiskey 5.
Ready, the taxi Transavia 295.
Transavia 295 taxi to 147
Okay, so he wants us to go this way. That much. so he actually didn't give us much detailed, details on the taxiing here.
EV59 X-ray uniform request taxi.
EV59 X-ray uniform taxi to Holly Point 0 runway 24.
Taxi holding point Sierra 7 runway 24 EV59 X-ray.
So Whiskey 5, we could go all the way down here. So I think we'll cross at Whiskey 5. Yeah, we'll cross at Whiskey 5. And then we'll go along Delta, then Bravo. And join the queue and then get to our Charlie P. Hopefully find our gate. So we could at least just do this. But yeah, as I expected, ATC showed up. Let's just clean up some more. ATC did show up here in Schipol. It's a very active airport on the real world, as we read, but also on VATSIM. And that's really nice. And it is can be a maze of an airport, especially when you get the runway as we got today. It's a good thing or a bad thing. You have a long drive, so you have a long drive to really contemplate the taxi routing you were given. But
yeah, 295, no Series 80 available, 1 Unicorn, 1.8
Switching to Unicorn 1.2.8.
So I'll just stay on the ground for now. Keep my eyes out. But yeah, it's a really active airport now. Bear in mind, this is a Monday. Local time is 2020. So 8 p.m. right? So yeah, so he's still on night. So was saying it's a really nice airport. It's a big airport. It's a maze, but once you get the hang of VATSIM, don't be afraid to go in here and don't be afraid to make errors. Everybody makes errors every day, even in real life. If you were to have a chair and sit out here somewhere in Schipol, you would be watching planes stop all the time, and if you could listen to the ground, you would also hear them doing wrong turns and all sorts of things. So we are looking for Whiskey 5. So it's all about enjoying it, enjoying aviation and having fun. So this is the one we're looking for. So I have the 3J FPS enabled, I can see, because the houses did turn, or buildings did turn basically invisible at distance, but that's okay. Everything, we have a good FPS and we are in Schipol, we are in a major airport. So it's quite good for we are.
59 in your direction, taxi, you should taxi Alpha. At Alpha 166, switch back onto Alpha.
Alpha 16, right, onto Alpha, no problem,
So we will be crossing here, sneaking across. Now he didn't really give us, just give us Quebec. He didn't give us Bravo, he didn't give us anything. But it seems like the traffic, can't remember, the traffic is leaving from over there, so we shouldn't really be conflicting.
Approaching 18 center.
Anyone, no traffic. So we just try to avoid detection from ATC and do whatever we want. I'll just look at my stand time. Doesn't really tell me anything. So we could.
Scandinavian 511, taxi to gate Charlie 125 Quebec and Alpha.
Please come again, Scandinavian 511.
Scandinavian 511, taxi to gate Charlie 12 via Quebec, and after Quebec Alpha.
Gate Charlie 12, Quebec, then Alpha, Scandinavian 511. Don't have Quebec listed others. Yeah. We have had lots of Charlie, so we'll go in here for sure. Looking out for any traffic heading out, so we won't get in a deadlock where we have two planes facing each other. That's the worst. So embarrassing, have to reverse or log off, give way. So hopefully he won't discover us. Look the other way, ground. We're doing our thing here. We're doing our Quebec Alpha thing. So, Quebec. There's no Alpha. There's something with A down there. I'm all over the place here. So, try to stabilize it. So, which is the first one. Yeah.
Approaching 09.
So actually, I don't think that he were giving us any correction. Just changing our gate, because he gave us gate 6, but
Scandinavian 511 in your direction. Taxi, you should be on taxiway Bravo. At altitude 2, switch back to Bravo.
okay, so that is the worst thing that could happen, and I will review the tape.
Jersey 105, ready taxi runway 24.
I will review the recording. I always do, and I really don't recall him talking about Bravo at any point. I might be mistaken.
200 7 November 24, Jersey 105.
EV59 extra uniform.
Here we have Alpha 22, and we are switching to Bravo. So I should have done that, because you generally keep in the driving directions as well. So, but hey, that keeps us busy. We have something to do. The good thing about Schipol when you're landing on 18 right, which I dread, is that you spend even more time taxiing than you do actually flying. So we have been, I didn't actually watch the timer when we landed, but I bet you we have been here for 10 minutes now. So now and when we go Alpha, nothing more can possibly go wrong. I'm quite sure he didn't say, I did get the gate, and I get the QW55, and then we got no Bravo, got Q, that's it. Maybe he just assumed that we are normal people that drive like normal people, the right side as normal people do. But no, we want the shortcut. So we're closing up on stuff, which we will zoom in on just to make absolutely sure that we don't cock it up again. At Alpha 26 we will use Alpha 26 to join Quebec. Yeah, that's here. Alpha 26 to Quebec.
Jersey 195, no further is available. Monsoon code 12.8, goodbye.
Contact uniform 12.8, and for surgery and een hele fijne avond nog, precies.
nothing can go wrong now. Knock knock. Virtual knock. So just doing the right thing, which is to pop on the APU. Can dim our lights a little bit now that we're not near any runways or anything. It should be quite visible. And we could kill number 2.
Navigator 6609, information, Alpha Berlin, destination 106, mission started route.
Just slow down, just confirm Charlie 12 is at Charlie P. Hopefully that will appear. So yeah. So we should go in, we should go on Alpha, and then we should go on 7 just before Alpha 4. Give him a bit pop here. So that's it for you. It's really nice to have ATC in. Can't stress that enough. And if you haven't tried VATSIM, then there's no reason not to. In worst case, if you're worried, if it's your first time flying on VATSIM, most people have an airport that they at least have flown on a few times. So there's EasyJet taking off. And what I was saying, most people have an airport that they're fairly familiar with. Find a one runway airport. I like. You have seen some of the videos from Jordan Boyk, and there's plenty of one runway airports out there. Find a nice one. Find one that's. Take a look at the map and find one that's frequently active. Some are. Then log on, and most of the time they're not too busy for it. The more people who use VATSIM, the more people who use Sims, the better. So nobody's going to get angry with you, and if they do, that's their problem really. So if you're nervous, log on. Start by doing a comms check, and just you can write in the comments on your flight plan that it's your first time flying on VATSIM, or you're new to VATSIM, and you can even tell the controller in person. Just the comm checks, just my off topic, new to VATSIM, please be patient, and they will come back to you. New to VATSIM, please be patient, they will come back to you, no problem, enjoy your flight, and they will be really clear. And they can even, if you use the Swift client, like I do, have it back here, you can ask to get confirmation in text. I should have probably done this, maybe I even got it, but I'm too lazy to turn around to look. Coming up on Alpha 4. Quite fast, so we should be should definitely be looking here for a gate. Charlie 12 should be in between these two here, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I will. I think they like to concentrate because it's such a large airport, and it's more fun for them. So they like to concentrate the traffic as well. It's also more fun for me and for the others that you see aircraft coming close to you. And so here's a C-14. We are going at Charlie 12. That should be here. That's us. So as we turn in, we will turn off our Charlie 12. Can't actually remember if I have base. I do think this this can't be. Can it be the Schipol scenery? Yeah, it must be the Schipol scenery. Just remember there was some autogate here. So we'll basically crash into the gate, but it's okay. At least we'll make a nice parking. So put it down here. Close the thrust levers. Pop on the APU. There we go. Kill the engine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to European or European Union country number 2, the Netherlands. It was a hectic flight at the end, and but we did manage to get through everything. We did not discuss further flights though, that we missed, but I think we managed to. Flight crew, please disarm doors and slides. And you can come off. There we go, and we can kill the pumps as well. And put the chocks and turn at the flight leg. Ground power. Yeah, so a bit messy clean up here, but it doesn't matter. So welcome to the Netherlands. See.
Good evening, can I do it for you?
LM283 ground hello 825.
Yeah, so he actually just mentioned me. So.
Because I fly to the destination as well.
So let's look at the all-important landing rate for today. 255. It's not bad. Had a pretty decent crosswind. One push down or up, was it? You could see it in the video. We got some draft there, but really nice approach. And let me just mess this up. So yeah, as I was saying, a really nice flight and some good views over both Germany at some points, and especially on approach there into Schipol. We learned something new today about the Netherlands, European Union member country. What we didn't do was just complete this. Was discuss the flights onwards from here. I think I will call it a day. I think it's 2 flights and 2 decent flights. We left all the way today from Oslo, headed for the European Union, started in Berlin. Then we just switched over to Schipol, where we had a nice crosswind landing as Scandinavian 511. I do think, let's see if I can find a map here. Yeah. So now we can read this out. I will do that with my awesome paint skills after this video. And then I think we will head on to the confusing and chaotic United Kingdom before they decide to Brexit everything. We will consider them members nonetheless, because it's a nice place to fly. We do have Orbix scenery for everything as well. And we do have a few airports. We do have Manchester, and we have Cardiff, and we have Heathrow, and I'm still considering doing Cardiff if it's a part of Wales. Just since we give the Scottish their freedom, we might as well give the Welsh their freedoms as well. But that means us including Northern Ireland. It's really easy to dig yourself into conflicts here. But I will try to visit at least, of course we visit England, we will go to Scotland for sure, and we will go to Ireland. Now the question marks is Wales and Northern Ireland. So we will have a 3 airport visit here in the British Isles before we then head back into either Luxembourg. I think we'll go to Luxembourg actually, just to, because it's stupid to have it all just, I don't want to go to Luxembourg and then finish in Brussels. That's too short of a hub. So what I will do is, I would like to go to Luxembourg, and then from Luxembourg we will go into France somewhere, be it Nice or Charles de Gaulle or Toulouse or Marseille or wherever. There's plenty of good, nice airports in France. And from there we will head down south and finish off Spain and Portugal before we head back to Italy. And then what I did mention is that we have a whole charade of countries here, and the problem with some of these countries, I can't remember, I must check again. I do think I have some ortho scenery going out here. Not sure, but I will check if I have ortho for XP, because then we will have to go here and take a roundabout, I think. We could do Italy, Romania, Greece, Greece, maybe Corfu, then Bulgaria to Split. Something like this, just trip drop a little bit here, so it doesn't. I don't like to doing like 30-minute flight legs. That's just silly. Won't have time to go through all the geography. Anyway, let's turn you off. Let's go outside and look at the all-important parking. Here we're parked besides the KLM. Doesn't look too bad actually. I'm quite sure that I have Schipol scenery board, but it might be quite old scenery, and that's why we don't have any autogate or anything. Not too bad. Remember, we did have no guidance. This was on completely on Fingerspitzgefühl, as they were saying in Germany. So I don't know what that sound means. Can't remember. I've heard it before. It's something to do with Vasim, I think. Yeah. Maybe they kicked me. I don't know. Let's head back outside again. Doesn't matter. We are safely arrived. So, good parking, good landing, nice flying, and nice evening here in Schipol, Amsterdam. I really wanted to fly again, just one more leg, so who knows. I will go and see if my girlfriend is home, and as this KLM is leaving, I think I will sign up by saying thank you so much for flying with me today, being my first officer. I could really need you actually speaking to me and reminding me of all the things I forget, and helping me out with the taxi routes and the radio and everything, but that's just not how it works right now. Do remember to subscribe and to like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me building the... Oh no, don't... Oh. Okay, so somebody spawned straight into me. I don't know if you will log off again. Anyway, I really enjoyed this flight, and like and subscribe to the video to support the channel. Join me in the next video, which will be a leg number 3. You will see in the description where we are going. I haven't decided yet. Might be Manchester actually. Either Manchester or maybe Edinburgh. But join me in the next video for leg number 3 on our European Union tour. For now, it is Cloud Surfer Henrik signing out with these wonderful evening views of our Boeing 737 in the Dutch sunset. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye now.